Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo. And I am super excited to bring, man, I haven't, the last time, and I remember exactly the last time I had you on, and this was years ago, but you were going to like Cancun or something. You were like on a trip to Cancun. You had just gotten back. I remember that because I was talking to you about that. But, anyways, this is Sean from Apex Dental Sensor. Sean, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Just living the dream. Trying to.
Have you since that time? Have you since that time when you came back from your trip to Cancun? Have you been to Mexico since? That was like probably like 2019 or something like that. You were like cave diving or swimming in a cave or something crazy like that.
Oh no, that was the Dominican Republic.
Oh, Dominican Republic. Okay, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, you were doing like some cave diving or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's been a little bit since I last went to Mexico. So,
Yeah. Have you been to any cave swimming or anything adventurous since then?
I had another kid since then, so my traveling's gone down more.
Well, so. Look, the reason we bring you on is you've been hooking us up for years, right? With like sweet deals, with sensors, with Apex Dental Sensors. A lot of people in here that use Apex Dental Sensors. And for those who are fairly new, who don't, there you go. For those who are new, who don't know anything about Apex, let's just start off with the basics, right? Let's start off with the basics. How long have you guys been in the sensor business? And again, because that's the thing, like for people who may not understand, like, okay, I haven't heard of Apex, or maybe I've never worked with Apex, or my Henry Schein rep doesn't sell Apex, my Benco, my Patterson, there's a specific reason. And the reason is tied in to how you can get hooked up with a good deal. So Sean, give us a history lesson in Apex Dental Sensors.
So like our company, Masterlink's been around for 30 plus years and been selling the Apex here for probably the last about decade here plus now. Jeez. But we sell the Apex dental X-ray sensors here. Been doing that, like I said, over 10 years here, and been rock and rolling. We've been we don't sell through dealers like Henry Schein or Patterson, and we do that on purpose. Is it allows us to go direct to the doctor with no middleman in between. As soon as we pass that product on to Henry Schein, they're going to mark it up, and then you're getting this for thousands more. We figured we'd just go direct to the doctor and sell directly to them, and that's what we've been doing for last 10 plus years here with this sensor. So offering a nice high quality, affordable dental sensor.
Well, I wanted to make sure people understood that, because some of you guys, if you never heard of that, I'm going to pull up their site right here. We're going to pull up the site right here. Now, the reason why I wanted you to start with that, because they may be thinking like, hey, is this like a new company that just came out of nowhere, like a fly-by-night company that like, hey, I'm going to sell you some sensors, then I'm going to slide away and disappear on you? No. They literally have been around longer than almost as long as Sean has been alive. That's how long, right? That's how long, right? And literally the sensor is older than his kid. Okay. Like that's that old, right? So 10 years.
It is.
But look, everyone's going to ask this question. So we're at the site here. And again, if you guys want to know, it's dentalsensors.com. But if you look at the posts, there's a link that you guys are going to use to get hooked up. We'll talk about the hookup. But again, we got to go into Apex. And again, here's all these images and whatnot. But there's one area that I want to go to. Where is it? Oh, it might be on a different page. Everyone always wonders about this. Okay. I'll put it right here. Everybody wants to know about this, Sean. Well, Sean.
Does it work with my software?
Is it going to work with my software? Because my Henry Schein guy scared the crap out of me, and now I don't want to send anything, because he said that I can only use what they sell. What do you say to those people who have that concern?
I say we work with pretty much every single major dental imaging software out there. So whether it be,
here we go.
Yeah, if you pull up the site, these are all the different imaging systems that we've integrated into here. Now, like I said, we can take an image and every single one of these softwares.
Jesus,
The
like
problem
everything.
arises, and when we try to be as transparent as possible, is some of these softwares play well with third-party sensors than other imaging systems. I don't like to name any names, but CareStream, for instance, they're probably one of the more proprietary imaging systems. Like I said, we can take an image in their software. A lot of other sensor companies are able to take an image in their software. But the big problem is the software itself.
Yeah.
They don't play well with third-party sensors here. And the big thing is, like I said, we can take an image, but they don't let you take images in templates or mounts. Now, if that's okay, then the sensor works great. But every other software here, like I said, not a problem. We're integrating in daily with Dexys, EagleSoft, VixWin, Ascend, XDR, all the
I mean, literally everybody.
yeah, pretty much yeah. Any major imaging system we work with here. So either natively have a direct integration or via our Twain driver here. And like I
Well,
said,
and I wanna bring up something because I wanna make sure people understand that. Pretty much you guys work with everybody. The one where it kind of gives you some trouble is CareStream. Can you let everyone know that's not an Apex thing? That's just an
yeah, it's
anybody
not
else
us.
thing.
Like I said, I
Okay.
there was years ago I talked one of the CareStream reps came up to our booth at one of the dental shows, and I got to talking to him like, "Yeah, why don't you let our other sensors?" He's like, "Oh, our other sensors work in our software." I'm like, I wouldn't call that a feature or a thing on your software." Like I said, you allow bare minimum functionality compared to pretty much any other imaging system out there.
Yeah, so I wanted to point that out. Okay, so now let's go back to the sensor itself. So again, people are curious, are like, well, okay, tell us about the feature of the sensor. So I'm going to pull it up here. We're looking at it. This is a great image of the sensor because you're looking
Yep,
at it, and well,
two
I-
sizes.
people are always worried about
So
the size, but also the curved edges. Talk about like the design of the sensor and why this works out really good, and why a lot of people like what you guys have to offer.
yeah, so we got the like I said on the sensor here, we got the bevel corner, and the reason they did bevel corners here is that when it's going in the mouth, there to kind of go with the contours here of the mouth. Pretty thin sensor, one of the thinner ones here on the market. The sensor plate thickness, so this part right here that actually is making contact with the patient is 5.3 millimeters thick, whereas like a DEXA sensor is around 8 something. So it's going to be one of the thinner sensors on the market, offering image quality right there on par with the big guys like Dexys, Schick, Gendex, Airstream sensors. But the big difference is the price point. Like I said,
Yeah.
we're able to offer a very similar sensor as a lot of our other major competitors for about half the cost. And like I said, there, the big reason behind that is because we sell direct.
Mhm.
We're an internet-based business. We don't have all of the multiple company buildings, multiple sales reps, company cars, buying you lunches and stuff there. All that does is just add to this here at the end of the day. We rather just bring up the brass tacks here is this is what we got. We offer it at a nice everyday low price here and go direct to the doctors with it. And that's just like I said, been our business model here for the last decade. So
And again, I love it because this little part right here, these three guys, these guys effectively get cut out, right? So you don't have to skip the middleman. Now, everyone's gonna always wonder about this because again, they get scared by all the big distributors, right? They're like, well, who's gonna help you install that thing? Who's gonna help
yep,
you when you need support issues? That's what you're paying for. You go to these internet-based companies, they're going to just slide away or they'll never answer the phone. What do you say to those people who have that concern and when it comes to installation, to support, to service? What do you say to them?
yep. So we, like I said, we all the our profit goes towards our support team because, like I said, I could. That's maybe one of the big things here is it gets to the point you need a happy median. You don't want to spend the overpricing. You're getting all the extra. You're kind of overpaying for a lot of the stuff.
Mhm.
We also don't want the bottom of the barrel type of thing here, where all I'm going to sell you this, and then I'm just going to poof off
You like
into the
like slide
abyss
away and
here,
disappear.
and then now you got this for a really good price. But I'm a realist here. Things break, and you need help with it. So, and that's where we're in that happy median here. Is we put a lot of our time and our money into our support team, and that's what we pride ourselves on. Is not only are we offering a high-end quality product at an affordable price with support with it. We do all of our installations over the phone, over the internet. Again, been doing it the last decade that way. There's nothing that we can't fix over the phone, over the internet here. If something is wrong with the sensor and it ends up being like a warranty related issue, it just failed out of the blue and you didn't stomp it into a million pieces, and it'd be covered under the manufacturer's warranty, and you send it in, we'll replace it and get you back up and running right away there for you guys.
I love it. Now, there's something I want to point out, and again, for people who a lot of times we want to feel safe, right? We want to be covered, right? We want to be protected, right? And again, you had brought up like things happen. Like if whether it's you yourself or your team, I mean, there's wear and tear. This thing goes into people's mouths all the time, comes out, it swings around, it could hit something. Look, there's a warranty and there's also a protection plan. Talk about what these entail, why you guys started
Yeah,
it, and why it helps out, because again, not every company offers these things. I mean, you guys easily could just
yeah,
say, hey, we'll do like a 30-day and see ya, right? But you're like,
yeah,
you know what,
yeah,
we want to take you guys first. So talk about these two things that you have right here and why
yeah.
it makes buying sensors from you guys
No, and
a
like I said,
no-brainer.
all this stuff too. I mean, you're on the homepage of our website. We get like down to the brass tacks immediately, trying to answer pretty much everything right out of the gate here for you. And like so, as you're kind of showing here, again on the front page of our dentalsensors.com website is our manufacturer's warranty. So we offer a 2-year manufacturer's warranty. So what's that going to entail? It's strictly just your manufacturer defects. The big thing that is not covered under the manufacturer's warranty, and this applies to pretty much every sensor company that I know of here, is if you break this thing where you physically broke it here and it's into a million different pieces, unfortunately, that's not going to be covered under the manufacturer's warranty. But that's where now these sensor care protection plans come in. So
Mhm.
we offer 2 different sensor care protection plans. The first one is our basic sensor care protection plan. It's $495 a year. It covers up to 5 sensors per office. In the event that your sensor fails, or even you did break it, you straight up stepped on it and it's broken into a million pieces. Accidents happen, unfortunately. Here, you can, and you're enrolled into that sensor or that basic sensor care protection plan. You can send that sensor in and get it replaced with a new one for 50% off of the retail price. Not any promotional price, but we have our retail price, and you would get 50% off of that price.
No
Now,
questions
for
asked.
nope, like I said, as long as you're part of that plan, we will replace it for 50% off of retail, and that's the basic plan. Now, for some offices, they wanted, the expectation is getting it replaced for free there. So we created a separate plan for that, and that's the Sensor Care Protection Plan Plus. So that plan is $895 a year per sensor. No questions asked. You step on this and break it into a million different pieces. You send in as many pieces as you can pick up off the floor. Send it in to us, and we'll replace it for free. First one, absolutely free there. You break it again within a 12-month period, there would be a replacement cost on that second one there, and then that typically restarts every
Yeah, so I was
calendar
gonna
year.
ask you that. So let's say that you just dealing with this clumsy dentist, right? And they break it, and then they go through a year and everything's okay. And then the next year they pay, they break it again. So as long as it goes through a year, they could get another sensor.
Yeah, like a 12-month period from the time of the replacement.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
That's
Now let
how
me
that
ask
would
you
work.
this. I'm just curious, what's the worst case you ever got when someone returned a sensor?
As far as return, well,
No,
I
no,
think
I'm
the
talking about
worst.
like if the people who are on this sensor care program and they turned it in to get their new sensor. Like,
Oh,
what's the
you'd be
worst
amazed.
shape
You'd be
you?
amazed some of the
Yeah, what's the
the
worst
shape
shape
of
you've
some
ever seen a sensor? Like,
in pieces. There, it's so I've received sensors that look like they've been in a blender here. So yes, I guess and this applies not only to our sensor but any sensor on the market. Is yes, sensors are designed to go in the mouth. They are not intended to be bitten on. So they should be used in conjunction with like a holder system or positioner system. And your patients are supposed to be biting on that. Now, in a lot of cases, like with our pedo sensors, and it's like I have one kind of here, is you can kind of see it gets pretty chewed up sometimes.
yeah,
They're kind of grab that, but like I said, they're intended to go in the mouth, not intended to be bitten on. There we do have some grace on that there a little bit, but if there's large indentations, there you're now crossing that threshold from warranty replacement to then physical damage. Like I said, that's the big thing that's not covered is physical damage. So as
yeah.
long as the sensor doesn't look like it's been ran through a blender, we always try to do right by the doctor.
So again, multiple. I just wanted to show you guys like kind of like the inner work. This is kind of a cool image here of the sensor. You're wondering like, okay, is this thing like hollow and there's nothing in it? Like, no, there's a lot of stuff in here. And again, if you're not
Yeah, there's a lot
careful,
of different layers. So I mean, like I said, I always use the analogy of treat your sensor kind of like your iPhone. So I mean, the sensors are not a fragile piece of glass, but maybe treat them like such here. I mean, if you drop these hard enough, you're going to break one of these layers inside of the sensor here. 'Cause at the end of the day, pretty much all sensors are made up of these same sandwich of materials here. So you got like your fiber optic plates, your scintillator, your CMOS sensor. They're all made of the same material. There's only a handful of manufacturers in the world that actually make sensors, and then you kind of have them branched out from there. So they're all the same sandwich of materials there, and it only takes once for that to happen. I've had some unfortunate cases where I think probably the worst one is day one out of the box, and you heard it as the doctor was taking it out, and he's like, "Oh no, I just dropped it here," and then the hygienist rolled over it as they were.
gosh,
So it unfortunate day there for the doctor there, but like I said, as long as you're I use that analogy of is if you're buying an iPhone and you walk out of the Apple store and you drop it on the floor, uh, things accidents can happen. We don't
yeah,
know when those are going to happen. That's why we definitely highly recommend one of the protection plans is to protect against. It's kind of like having car insurance for your car.
yeah.
There, you don't know when something's going to happen.
So I want to bring this up before we talk about the Nifty deal because I think this is really important as well. Obviously, if you guys go to dentalsensors.com, you can see all these things or use the link that's posted above if you want to get more. And then, of course, you can always message Sean. He gets a lot of DMs about these things. Reach out to him. He likes it when people message, especially if they want to buy a
Yeah.
sensor. He loves it, right? So do that. But I want to talk about this. Talk about the waterproof and dustproof because believe it or not, you would think that every sensor has that feature, but they don't. And talk about again, like why this is just another level of protection.
Yeah, big
Remember,
one
guys.
that I'd maybe guess name names here is the Schick 33 sensor has a replaceable cable, and those that point isn't really the most waterproof and dustproof there because if you're able to remove the cable, you've now created a seal that is able to be removed and there's a lot of failure there. And the reason I think they made a replaceable cable is because they were having just so many cable problems in general. So they wanted this to be a retailable, sellable replacement. Here, we don't have cable issues like a lot of the other sensors out on the market.
Yeah.
The more than likely, when a sensor fails with our sensor, it's due to physical damage here, not from repeated. So we do a lot of bend tests in our back end kind of testing here, where they bend this cable back and forth. Here, this thing can bend thousands and thousands and thousands of times before failure. The pulling force and strength on this sensor here is pull a lot here. Way more than what you would typically think would be happening in an office here. But yeah, as far as that being waterproof, dustproof, you think that'd be pretty standard for something that goes into a wet place
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So, but it's not.
So again, I wanted to point that out. Okay, so look, I know a lot of people are jumping on because they know like around this time we always talk about a Nifty deal, right? So look, first of all, we'll talk about this. We actually already have a Nifty deal, right? So what's the
Yeah.
Sean? What's the normal Nifty deal before we talk about the Black Friday deal?
Yeah, I guess I'll go into what I mean. Our normal just
Yeah, let's.
so
What's the normal
yeah
price?
our retail pricing on a size number 2 is normally 5,495 for a size 2.
Now compared,
Uh,
no, Sean, compared
yeah,
to the big box sensors, right?
yeah,
How much are they? Because again, before people say what $5,000, well,
yeah.
we know that
Even yeah,
the
well, yeah.
normal price
If
is a
you
lot
go
higher.
to Henry Schein or Patterson here, and you go try to get a Dexus or Schick sensor, you're going to be spending upwards of probably $10,000 to $12,000 for a sensor.
Okay,
There,
so
like I
basically
said,
half
that's
price is the normal
yeah.
retail price. Look, I
And
mean,
that's
look,
our retail price. Now, a lot of the times we have some sort of promotion going on, but normally for the Nifty Thrifty users, the everyday kind of promotion that they were typically getting was sensors starting at 3,995 for a size number 1 pedo and 4,495 for a size number 2 adult. So you're looking at $1,000 off just right out of the gate there. And then we said there's more, and we gave you an additional 5% off
there
for
you
being
go.
Nifty members as well on top of that price.
But
Well,
you know what though?
for
That's but you're in the holidays around the corner, like
yep,
literally around the corner, and you're in a festive mood, man. You're in a
I
festive
am,
mood. And so
I
you're in
am.
such a good festive mood that you are like, you know what? I'm gonna announce the Black Friday deal, which guys, probably the most anticipated event in the Nifty group for those newbies out there is our Black Friday deal. Everyone wants to know what that is, and you get these Black Friday deals without risk of getting trampled on. You don't have to fight anyone for a TV. You don't have to do anything. You literally
No, you
just
don't.
click and
You
get
can
whatever deal you want. But Sean's
do
taken
this
to
on your
another
couch.
level. Yeah, another level. He's in a festive mood. He's gonna reveal the Apex Sensor Black Friday deal right now. So, Sean,
Yeah. So size number 1 pedos starting at 2,995. And then the size number 2 adults, 3,495. And we're still keeping that an additional 5% off on top of
Jesus.
those prices even more. So it gets even less
All right,
here.
so Sean's definitely going to put that in the comments there because I want you guys to really look at that. But just out of curiosity, so again, for those who are thinking about, look, I need some sensors, right? Hey, or maybe you're thinking, I want to just spend some money before the end of the year. Look, you can always use another sensor, right? And then you're thinking, like, well, I'm saving all this money. Why don't you just get the protection plan while you're at it? That way, you don't have to be like this doctor
Covered.
that's just riding over his sensor. But at least then something happens, you get a new sensor, no questions asked. If anything, if you damage it a certain way, maybe Sean will post a picture and we can like give you a shout out for the person who just damaged their sensor in a weird way. But with that being said, what's the lead time, Sean? If they want to take care of this deal, they're like, okay, I want to take advantage of this deal, but I kind of need this sensor yesterday. What is the normal lead time when they order through you guys?
We can get them out typically the same day or the following business day.
There
So
you go.
we
There you go.
are
And then
in stock, ready for this to go. So
So it's ready to rock and roll. And again, depending on where you are in the country, safe to say, like in a couple of days, it'll be there, or if not
yeah,
shorter.
I mean, we offer free ground shipping as part of this here as well. Now, if you need it expedited on that, when you're going to our online store, there you can click the link in the Nifty post here, and it should navigate you over the store. But you can select your shipping method if you need something a little bit quicker than the free ground shipping that's being offered.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is again, guys, we have the links there. Sean's gonna talk about the price, but before we log off, Sean, one more time. Normal price, normal retail price is
Yeah,
how much?
5,495 for the size number 2 adult here. And then $4,995 for the size number 1 pedo is the normal retail.
But you get the Nifty deal, and that's what?
Yeah. And then if you're getting the Nifty deal, the Black Friday Nifty deal that we're launching here, you're getting the size number 1 pedo for $2,995, and the size number 2 adult for $3,495, plus an additional 5% off as well.
Jesus, there you go. There you go. And normally, I mean, so again, plus, I mean, first of all, the Black Friday price is ridiculous. Then you get another 5% because what the hell? Sean's in a festive mood. Okay? He's in a festive mood. And just to kind of compare things, because maybe you guys haven't bought a sensor in a while and you totally forgot how much things cost. The normal name brand sensors, how much are they again, Sean?
You're looking $10,000 to $12,000 from Henry Schein or Patterson on getting a sensor from them.
So the cost of
I know this because we get quotes from them all day, every day, and it's funny to us.
You know what?
They think they're
the cost of a sensor from Schein. Let's just go on the lower end, 10 G's, right? Let's just say it's 10 G's. For that cost, you literally can get 3 sensors from Schein.
Yep.
3 sensors. Just put one away. Just put one away, just in case. Like if you damage it, you're like, oh, why would I need? You just put that one away. You know.
And even if you didn't get the protection, you could just break them every year, and you got another one ready for you.
I love it. Okay, so before we log off here, what's the best way? Obviously, Sean's a longtime member of the group. Look, slide in his DM. He loves it, right? He loves it, and he won't get in trouble because sliding in his DMs this way is for business, right? You don't have to worry about getting his wife mad. You can slide in his DMs because you're trying to buy a sensor. Now, if you're doing something else, that's between you guys. But slide in his DMs for a sensor. But besides messaging you, Sean, what's the best way? Click the link and it's pretty much ready to go.
Easiest way to order is the link that's going to be in this post here. Should be navigating over to our online store, dentalstore123.com, and select the size that you want, the software that you're going to be using, how many you want, add to cart, and select your shipping method, and it's on its way.
Awesome. Well, Sean, it's a blast having you back on again. This is a sweet deal. I mean, for those who really need a sensor or need an extra sensor, this is the time to do it. Because again, he's a festive mood, man. Take advantage of it while he's in the festive mood. You know, like we're not sure how he's going to be in Christmas, but we want to take advantage right now. But Sean, thank you so much for jumping on. Nifty members, we'll see you guys next time.